Welcome to Boomhauer69's channel. And today Boomhauer's gonna do a little talk video here, just kind of like a kind of random talk video about, again, what I like to do with this YouTube channel and stuff. One of the things you know is as of lately I've been doing some product review videos and got another product review video coming out and stuff. And I am going to do lots of product review videos because that just happens to be one of the things I like to do. You know, I like to challenge myself in trying to find some unique things out there on the internet and then share them with everybody. And some of the stuff I would say that I've been doing product reviews on, I wouldn't necessarily are unique. They're just things that I like and thought, what the hey, share them and see what other people think, you know, and stuff. But like the survival kit, I like bushcrafting, survival, camping related topics, and that doing that survival kit just happens to be kind of showing people what I kind of like and stuff. And that's why I did that product review of that solar kit and stuff, because I like those sort of things. But the goal is for this YouTube channel is, I never been really successful in much anything, and I always work dead-end jobs that don't get you anywhere and stuff, and so I thought, why not build up a YouTube channel and become successful at that? And that's why I'm here on YouTube, is because my goal is to build up a YouTube channel where it'll help me become successful in life and stuff, where I'll be successful and be proud and say, wow, I accomplished something amazing, I actually did it, you know, and feel good about myself, and it be something positive in my life. But also at the same time, I also want to later on down the line, when I have the money and funds to do so, be able to also use this YouTube channel as an opportunity to also help other people out, you know, not just make the channel in some ways. I don't want to make the channel just where it's all about me being successful, and also if I want to in a way use this YouTube channel to also help people, even if it's necessarily like helping people off camera kind of thing, where I might like, because I want to be able to have the funds and be my idea of being a rich, loaded, well-to-do person. Like, everybody wants to be rich, everybody wants to have money, you know. My ultimate idea in life is I'd like to become well-to-do where I can just help people out and stuff. And I thought YouTube would be a great thing to do and to work and to accomplish those goals. I have some ideas. I talked about a couple ideas on this channel and that I would love to accomplish and do and stuff, like the vintage car build some tiny houses and stuff. I want to do those sort of things and make those a reality and stuff, and some of the ideas later on down the line when I have the money and funding to do so. One of my goals and ideas is to, in the near future, buy some land out in the country, and if I'm successful at the time at YouTube and I got enough money, maybe look at some land that was maybe set up for commercial use or something, and make like a YouTube studio almost. Is one of the ideas where I can have this, like, I picture in my head, like, for like a YouTube show, just simply a pole barn with some tools and stuff in it, and be able to have land where I can do certain YouTube videos and certain things and stuff, and basically do like a lot of YouTubers do, have their own like little YouTube studio and stuff, where basically me, I would be the guy, if I had the money and the funds to do so, I'd be the guy looking at maybe like an old abandoned warehouse or some old factory or something, or just land out in the country and build a nice pole barn with some, maybe a little bit of office space. Something that if I did something like that, it'd be something where if down the line I felt like, okay, this is just a waste of money, I don't need it, don't use it, I could sell it real easy, where somebody could easily buy it and convert it into a business of some sort or something, you know, something that, you know, would be a good investment where if you had to sell the investment, you realize, hey, this is not working for YouTube, this is not, then downline. So, that's one of my goals, is to eventually, I was recently thinking about this just a little bit ago, that would be a nice idea, get my butt out in the country, and because I currently, right now, Boomhauer 69, I live in a town that has zoning like any other community, has all these little regulations of you can do this, you can't do that, and all that stuff. And so, me, I'm like, okay, I got all these ideas I want to do for YouTube. So, in the near future, some of those ideas may require me to get my butt out in the country, build a pole barn out in the middle of nowhere, and set up like a little office type YouTube studio and stuff. And I do want to do that. Like this place I'm at right now, I would love to, in the near future, when I get the money to do so, remodel it, rehab it, make it nice again, bring it back. This place I'm in right now was built back in the 1800s. I think it was like 1894 or something like that. It was an old house built in the 1800s, and I'd love to get to go restore it, make it beautiful again, bring back that. I would actually, in this house, bring back that kind of 1800s look and stuff. And that's some of the goals and ideas I don't talk much about on YouTube. They're just some kind of off-camera ideas. But the place I'm at right now, restore it, fix it up, get the funding, remodel it, make it beautiful again, and save a piece of Michigan history. The church next door of me, if I had the funds and money too, I would talk to the owners of that, and I'd purchase that and restore that and make it beautiful again, because the church next door to me, I've done videos about it before. I'll put links in the description for the videos here. But the church next door to me, I currently don't have the funds to do so, but if I had the funding right now, I don't know how much it would take, but if I had, say a random number like $100,000 or $1 million, I talk to the owners of that church, the people who are actually the owners of that church and stuff, say, hey, here's X amount of dollars, I want to buy the building, and then I would just simply fix it up, and I'd keep it as a church and make it a place of worship again and stuff. One of the ideas I would almost do with that building, if it was possible to do, add a second stories to the structure, add a second story, because that's a single story. It just has a basement and a first floor type thing, and it's one of those churches that back in the day they built with the original high ceilings, where it had super high ceilings. And what I would do is figure out how to convert it to a 2-story building and make the upstairs some like kind of small living quarters, and simply what I would do is make it a missionary like type housing where missionaries could go to other countries and preach about God and stuff, where missionaries could come and stay in that building and have a place to stay while they're temporary in Michigan, visiting family for the holidays or whatever the case may be. Or maybe maybe it's a missionary family that they live in a country where they had to, for whatever reason, leave, because some countries have wars and stuff, or they're in a country where they tell all the missionaries, you got to get out of the country, you're not welcome, and they come back to the United States and they need a place to stay, be able to build maybe a couple make a second story with a few apartments. I don't know. I'm not a carpenter builder, so I don't know what would be feasible, but make a small living quarters, make a second story with a living quarters where missionaries could come and have a place to stay temporarily until they can figure out, okay, what to do and stuff. Because what I thought about with that building would have been neat to do is put a kitchen in there, where there would be like a kitchen, a little multi-purpose multi-purpose room, because that church, all that has is just the main room where people obviously have their Sunday worship, and that's it, and a few bathrooms. It has no kitchen and stuff, and we need it would take quite a bit of money to renovate the building, and I wish I had the fundings to do so, because I'd purchase that church and do these ideas where I turn it into like a kind of like a missionary housing, put a second story in there, maybe if I could add a couple apartments upstairs, or what I thought would be probably more better route to do is figure out how to add like most college dorm rooms have, like dorm room style rooms where you would just simply have dorm rooms where they just basically be bedrooms with maybe a couple beds and a TV, kind of like how some small colleges have their dorm rooms set up, and do like kind of I call it dormitory style rooms, and then just simply have the kitchen where everybody would share a kitchen, and then the main worship area, make that more of keep that more of a place of worship where people could come every Sunday and worship the Lord and have church services, and then make part of that like maybe get like a sectional couch and make like one corner kind of like a nice little kind of living room space area and stuff, and where people could watch some TV, get some local news weather stations and stuff. And because see where that church is located, it's located in between two cities. One is the capital of Michigan, which is Lansing, Michigan, and then the other one is Grand Rapids. So there's two major cities next in the town I live in, two major cities, and that's why I think it'd be great for missionaries, where if a missionary had to go to a city like, say, Lansing for the state capital for governmental reasons or something or the other, it wouldn't be that far to hop on the interstate, and it's only 30 miles away. They can boom right about 30 miles away. Boom, they could be in the state capital, and it'd be real easy to get to, hot skimming jumping, especially if it's somebody that, not familiar with the area and stuff. And that's why I think it would be neat to turn that, be rich, have the money and the funds to do so, buy that church next door and make that church like a missionary's home for missionaries and stuff, since that. And then if they wanted to do shopping, they would have two major big cities to choose from to choose their shopping for the shopping needs. And then the two towns over next to me, the one town next to me has a grocery department store. The next town over me, that's 10 miles, that has two department stores, a Walmart, and then another department store called Myers, and then a bunch of eateries. Same with the next town over, that has one department store and a bunch of places and eateries. So it's like the town I live in, there's plenty of options and makes perfect sense. Matter of fact, the next town over that has the Walmart, they just, in that area, recently rebuilt the hospital not too long ago, so there's a nice Sparrow hospital there, and also a nice doctor clinic in that area. Next town over, again, not too long ago, I think about 5-6 years ago, they built a nice doctor's office there. I think longer than that, about 10 years maybe. A nice doctor's office that's part of the University of Michigan Hospital, the UM Hospital, and affiliate doctors. So there's a nice little option for medical clinics and eye care and all that stuff. So that's why I think it would be perfect, because I know the benefits of the area, and I think it would be perfect for that. And that would be one of my goals in the near future, if I could purchase that church building and do that sort of thing. I talked about a little bit on this channel, some ideas and stuff, and I'll put links in the description for those videos I've done about that church, but that's just some ideas I have. And then, again, one of the ideas too that's been kind of a little bit floating around my head that just kind of recently popped up floating around is someday goal would be is to build basically I would like to build a YouTube studio, I guess you'd call it. Have some country poppy with a nice little pole barn or something, and some office space, and make like a YouTube studio so I can build and create some of my designs. But I have a ton of ideas for this channel and things I want to do, but the biggest issue is it's money, funding. I just simply don't have it, I like helping people out. I'm always seeing people in need or something. Man, I wish I could help these people out. And like I know some people that got children and stuff, and I'm always thinking about, man, if I had the money, I'd buy their kids all these nice Christmas presents and stuff, and help these people out, because some of these people don't have a whole lot of money, and they're just simply people that are a little bit on the struggling side, and I always think how neat it would be to help people out. So that's my goal for the channel, is to basically build a YouTube channel that's going to help me become successful, and then when I become well-to-do, a successful person, also to be able to help other people out down the line. Like right now, the whole church building there I was talking about, the people who own that, they're older folks, they're in the retirement stages, and I would love to be rich and loaded with money right now, because one of the first things I would do is buy that church building out from underneath, buy that church building from the people that own it, and say, hey, here's X amount of dollars, and find out how much they want for it, and say, here's X amount of dollars, I'll buy it from you, so you can get out from underneath it and enjoy the retirement life. They're both of them are nice, lovely people, and I've known them ever since I was born. Matter of fact, the lady that owns that church, her and her husband owns that church, the lady actually drove my mother to the hospital when she was having me when I was being born. Because at the time my father was at his job working, he was working his job, and he wasn't home because he was at work, and my mother, when her water broke and she was pregnant for me, was having me, she walked over to the lady and said, yeah, I need a trip to the hospital, because my mother went to the lady and said, yeah, I need to go to the hospital, my water broke. And so she was one of the first ladies to be able to and help my mother, drove my mother to the hospital, and then they called, and then of course they called my dad's work, and then my dad's boss said, hey, you gotta leave because your wife is at the hospital giving birth to your child, and that's how it was, That time my father was working and stuff, and they're great people and stuff, and that's one of the things I'd love to do, is to be able to buy that, have the money and buy that building and help them get out from underneath it, and then they wouldn't have to worry about it falling into wrong hands or something, and they know it being good hands and stuff, because I would still love to keep that as a place of worship and stuff, and I think owning that building if I could, owning that building in the near future, I think would also help me draw closer to God and stuff. But all in all, that's my goal with this YouTube channel, is to, again, not just to be one of those rich, successful people hogging all my money and all my wealth. No, I want to become the rich, successful guy that also down the line figures out ways to help people and give back. Because one of the things I think a lot of wealthy people do, I think, and a big mistake, is they forget where they came from. They forget who helped them get to where they are at and stuff, and they forget, I call it, they forget their roots. That's what I always say, and I think one of the key importance when you become well-to-do is you gotta not forget where you came from, and remember to, in some way, I say, give back to the people that helped you got where you are. You don't necessarily gotta give when you become a millionaire, everybody, here's $1 million, here's $1 million per se, but I say in some way and form, pay people back for helping you and stuff, Like when I become well-to-do, my brother helped me out a lot on trying to build this YouTube channel and stuff, and one of the goals is, when I become that successful person, is to pay him back and help him become successful in whatever he wants to become successful in and stuff, and that's one of the things I'm trying to do and stuff with this channel, And I think a lot of rich people forget where they came from, and because if you, I feel like if you forget where you came from and you forget your roots and stuff, you're setting yourself up to fail again and stuff. And I'm a firm believer, if you remember where you came from, remember the lifestyle you had before all kinds of money and stuff came into your life, and the finer things. If you remember what your life was like before, it's going to be a lot easier if you happen to crash, because sometimes becoming well-to-do doesn't necessarily mean you're always going to be well-to-do. I could be somebody building this YouTube channel up, one day become a millionaire YouTuber, and the next minute, boom, crash, and have no money left over. But if you never forget where you came from, and remember what life was like before you became well-to-do, it's going to be a lot easier on you when the crash happens. If you happen to fail or fall, it'll make it easier for you to get back on your feet, get right back up, and start all over again if you have to. The object goal is try not to fail and end up in bankruptcy. Some well-to-do people, they all spend willy-nilly, and then they go bankrupt, and they forget where they came from, they forget how it was in the past, and then it makes it harder for them to start all over again if they have to and stuff. And that's one of the key importances, Yes, I want to help people out, but also I have to make sure I can afford to help people out, because that's another thing. It's so easy to get a whole bunch of money and then go give it out and help a bunch of people, but you gotta also too keep in mind, you gotta help yourself, and sometimes before you can help others, usually, and it's okay to want to help people out, but you gotta make sure you can afford to do so. And that's one of the things I always do, is I'm always thinking of these ideas, but I don't do them right now because I don't have the money to do so. And I always tell myself, Justin, it's okay to want to help people and do all these things, but you gotta make sure you can afford to do it and stuff. Because if you can't afford to do it, then are you really helping people out? Because if you're helping people out but putting yourself in debt and making yourself worse off, then you're not gonna be successful. And that's one of the things I always try to tell myself, train myself. But yeah, my major goal is with this channel, and I'm gonna keep talking about this to help me and to help other people understand what I'm trying to do on YouTube and stuff. Is I decided a long time ago, I wouldn't say a long time ago, but maybe a few years back, that I need to do something to become successful in life. And I decided that, hey, I like watching YouTube videos. Why don't I try to make YouTube videos myself and try to create success? And ever since I've started doing this YouTube thing, at first I was skeptical about it, was kind of hesitant about doing it, and now I realize, this is fun. It's fun, and I enjoy it, and so I realize, hey, I like this, I enjoy it, I love doing it every day, I love trying to come up with video ideas and different things, even though sometimes it's a challenge. I love it, I think it's great, and so that's why I continue to do it. And I decided, hey, I always wanted, and I said to myself, I always wanted to become successful in something. Now I found out what it is to be successful at. Because the thing is I was always thinking to myself, what kind of idea do I have that I can be successful? And I got to thinking about, well, I have some other ideas I'd like to do in the future, but why don't build up YouTube first? Use YouTube as a way to become successful, hopefully, and fully, and gain that money yourself, where I can do these other ideas that later down the line to help me be more successful, like the vintage card build idea and different things, and the tiny house build. Those are some 6 ideas that I want to accomplish and build. And I thought, why not do YouTube, talk about those ideas and get them out there and stuff. So yeah, I will be talking more about the vintage card build idea I have and the tiny houses build. You'll see those videos pop up from time to time and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to end this video right now because 25-minute video according to the counter on this camera here. So hit that red subscribe button down below. Comment your thoughts on the videos. Have you been liking this channel? You think the videos are good, bad, whatever? Comment your thoughts below. You know, if you got something negative to say and you're trying to be honest, please feel free to elaborate. You know, give me details about what it is you like or dislike about the channel. You know, give those thoughts below. Comment your thoughts below, whether they're good or bad, whatever. Thumbs up this video. If you like this video, you like my channel, please share it with everyone you know. Because that's what helps me, Boomhauer69, build this channel up, is by people sharing my content and getting it out there. That's why you see all these YouTubers always at the end of the videos telling people to like, share their videos and stuff. Because that's what helps me grow. The more people I can reach, the more successful this channel will become. And the more videos I can do and the more, because the more money that comes into my neck of the woods, as I call it, the more content and videos I can do on this channel and stuff. So please do me a favor, share my videos with everyone you know and stuff in the channel as well. Help me, Boomhauer69, basically get out there on the internet world and let the world know who I am. And also, I do have a PayPal account for those of you who want to donate to my PayPal account. I always put links in the description of the videos I post for that if people like to donate to the PayPal. Sometimes I use the PayPal to money to help towards making videos for the YouTube channel, buying things for the YouTube channel, or I also use it to sometimes help people out in need and stuff. So have a good day and thank you for watching.